What is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. You know what I mean? The Matt Ramage Show. Tonight, we just go ramble a little bit. I'll hammer out the comments over here, see what everyone's up to and whatnot. But big shout out to Quick Trips sponsoring the show, as always. Quick Trips giving away chicken for life. You know, I've been talking about it. So if you want to win chicken for life, all you got to do is eat some chicken, right? Over at Quick Trip. Every time you buy chicken, you use your Quick Rewards app, you are automatically in the chicken sweepstakes, the chicken fiasco. And also, starting, today, Nicolay Law just announced it, another sponsor of the show. Shout out to Nicolay Law. They are working with Quick Trip. They're giving away $500 gas card every single week. I forget how long this is going on for, but be sure to check out Nicolay Law, the social media. They've been posting about it. I shared it on Facebook, but that's really awesome to win $500 gas card from Quick Trip would be awesome. You know what I mean? Who couldn't use that? But anyways, what do you want to talk about today? You know, there's a lot of stuff. You know, this is that time of year when there's a lot going on, and also nothing. I mean, no one say nothing, but like, how many times can you talk about the same stuff? But we're gonna have fun over here. So hammer the comments. I'll get to this thing, and we'll just have a good time. What's up? Said love Quick Trip chicken. Go Pack, go. There you go. What is up, Aaron? How you doing? So I was just on a podcast a little bit ago. Talked about some good football stuff. But one thing that I really never talked about on my show is the Devondre Campbell situation, because I don't usually point out I wouldn't say it's negative, but people have been asking me about it. I'll say this with the Devondre Campbell situation. I don't have a problem with anything that he said. I think players have a right to speak their mind, whether it's on Twitter, whether they go on a podcast, whatever. They have a right to give their opinions, and he did not hold back on his opinions, and you know what I mean? But I say, he's a 49er now. Enjoy it. Much love to Devondre Campbell. I ain't got no beef with him. What is up, Steve? How you doing? He says, Mr. freaking Ramage, how the hell are you? I am doing all right. Go, Pat, go. Hello, Matt from Pennsylvania. What is up? Go Pack, go Mills, you know what I mean? But yeah, so what tomorrow night, I'll give a quick shout. Jimmy is joining me. Jimmy Christensen will be joining me tomorrow. We'll talk about some stuff, you know what I mean? And like I say, I've been doing this Monday through Thursday. This is my first week. Every week I'll try to think of different fun ways to do this. Like, we got a trivia show coming up. I'm just waiting on some stuff for that to go. And that'll be more like with the audience than it was when I first did a trivia show. But we'll have good guests and stuff. What's up, Mills? We all know that was going on. He just validated what we thought. That's the thing you're talking about, Campbell, is he did say all the stuff that Packer fans were saying. Everyone was complaining about. Campbell kind of just said it. So you wonder, I wish all the players were just truthful, even though it probably wouldn't be helpful to the team if everyone just started saying whatever they wanted to say, as they're still playing for the team. But it is interesting what he had to say. And then I think it's interesting to hear players' point of views, pull back the curtain a little bit and kind of say how they saw the situation go down. And Packer fans, can say, a lot of Packer fans over on Twitter, everywhere, everyone has been saying the same thing. So, what's up, Steve? He said the media like to talk about Aaron Rodgers bashing our team too. Yeah, the next thing, I'm not sure Aaron Rodgers bashed too much. I don't hear everything that he says, but there's very few players that left Green Bay and then were just came back and trashed the Packers. It's not most of them. It's some of them. And the Packers ain't perfect. They don't handle everything 100% right 100% of the time. So when players leave, that's what you get. I mean, the Packers were third in the players survey. So all the players are surveyed around the league. Packers are third. So I don't think the Packers are doing a horrible job how they treat their players. But also, when a player speaks, you know what I mean? I don't think Devondre Campbell said anything out of line where he was trying to drag the Packers. He was just kind of saying his thoughts on the situation, how it went down. So I don't like it when players try to drag the team just for nothing. But if they have real problems and real thoughts, then whatever. They get to say that. Here we go. Let's get to some more comments here. Cody said, my whole family is watching this podcast tonight, Matt. We love you, from Asheboro, North Carolina. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Whole family sitting down watching this. You could be watching Everyone Loves Raymond. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. Tonight, like I said, for people just tuning in, I'm just going to respond to comments, chit chat a little bit, ramble about whatever you want to talk about. And we'll go from there, have a good time. Bakhtiari still wants to play. Do you think he'll play? And for what team do you think he'd fit? I think if he can get that knee right, he's definitely going to play. I don't think he can pass a physical right now is what they're saying. So he's not going to be signing anywhere soon. But once they have that knee right and teams are trust that knee, that they're not going to pay him, that he's going to sit. I don't know how much he'll get paid. I would assume he's going to be kind of a test. I think teams would be kind of weary of throwing money at him. But if he wants to play, I think he'll find a spot. I don't think it's going to be the Jets. They already signed someone. He's not a big fan of that turf they got over there. So I don't think it'll be the Jets. But I think if Bakhtiari is physically able to play, he's a great left tackle. Any team would be stupid not to get him. But can you trust that knee? Is it going to be 1 week, 2 weeks, and then the knee's done again? Hopefully not for him. But Dave Bakhtiari is one of my favorite players, dude. He's so fun. Obviously a great player, but he seems like just a really good dude, fun dude to be around. He could chug some beers, you know what I mean? Mills says Savage, Rasul, and others were agreeing with Campbell, and that says a lot. Yeah, I do absolutely think that whole Joe Barry situation was not good for the locker room for the defense. When a lot of the players on the defense aren't liking the scheme and no one's really changing it, I feel like you got to listen to your players a little bit. I think that's the one thing that came out of that is the Packers need to listen to their players a little bit more. And that's why I think that survey is so important. So teams know, what are we not doing great at? What are we not perfect at? I mean, they're not perfect at anything, but what can we get better at? And one of the things they got to get better at is listening to the players, talking to the players and listening to them. Williams says 100% no organization is perfect, but ultimately they have to do what's best for the organization. That's the thing, with the Aaron Jones situation. If they felt like it was the best thing to move on from him, then they got to do that. But Campbell was mad because they didn't call him to tell him that he was being released. And I kind of get that. It doesn't take much to call, but at the end of the day, it is a business, but they're people. So I think if a player, especially Aaron Jones, I don't know if they called him, but I think they were obviously in conversations with him before that happened because they're trying to get a deal done. But I don't think it takes much to, even though it's business, little personal side to it, give them a call, say, hey, this is what we're doing. So you're not, out there shocked. But, also, I don't know, if they fire me at my job, they're not calling me to let me know. They're going to let me go all the way in there. And then when I get there, I'm like, yo, you're fired, bro. You don't work here no more. But I get his frustration, and I think he has a right to say what he wants to say for sure. He said he loved the organization. It was the best team he was around. He only had issues with some coaches. Yeah, and I think I absolutely agree with that. I don't think any of the players have a problem with the organization. And at some point, you have to think are they so upset because they liked playing here? They loved it here so much, and now they're kind of getting the boot. Obviously, that there was some stuff not handled the perfect way, according to him, and I believe him that if the players are one of the coaches and saying, hey, this is not what we think is best. I mean, at the end of the day, they're the boss, so they're going to do what they got to do. But I think that you should listen to your coaches, just like at any job. I feel like if the employees are speaking up and saying, hey, this isn't the best way to do it, you should look at it, say maybe they got something. And if you don't agree with it, then you don't have to do it. But I think you should be listening to your people. I know how buys in that man. I'm not sure. I understand that one. I think you might have missed a word there. But love your show. Great topics and lots of funny stuff, too. Do you think Devondre was right in his comments? I think he's spot on. I appreciate you. Yeah, I was just talking about that. Yeah, I think Devondre, I don't know because I'm not in the locker room, but I assume that he's right. I assume that he's speaking exactly his truth and he's not making anything up. I think a lot of people were saying it throughout the whole season. He just kind of repeated it. So, a lot of people were right. I think it's interesting hearing what players think when they're not just bashing, when they're saying, hey, this is what happened. This is how it went down. And I don't like it. And that's fine. But I absolutely think that they have a right to say, and they're the right, but they should. I kind of like that. It doesn't always make your team look great when people aren't happy as they're leaving, but you know what I mean? Here we go. What's up? Thank you for tuning in. How are you doing, Rick? Carlson, hi, buddy. Hopefully see you this coming season. Yeah, this season I will be definitely down at training camp. Training camp to me is one of the most fun things that you can do. If you've never been to Green Bay for training camp, you should definitely do that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm probably going to take some vacation time for that. like because it's like early mornings and stuff. But like just going down there, you see the same people, a lot of same people every season. You watch practice. I don't watch a ton of the practice. Kind of walk around, mingle. Usually it's so hot too. Like that's like a hot part of the year. And us Wisconsin people, that's a little too much heat. You know what I mean? But they got Stadium View down there. You can stop and have a drink there. It's always a good time. I'll be down there. Let's take a time and laugh at the Bears. They are going on their 33rd quarterback since 1992. And once again, this is going to be a year they start sweeping the Packers. Yeah, every year, every offseason with the Bears. Like I talk about it and like people are like, why don't you focus on the Packers? Why do you always talk about the Bears? But like, dude, that's like what I've always done. I don't just talk about the Packers. I talk about the NFC North. I make fun of people. We have a good time. But like the Bears every year, next year, this is going to be the year. Trubisky was the same thing. You're like, oh, did Trubisky take over NFC North? And then Justin Fields. They put all this pressure on their quarterbacks, and then when they don't perform right, they burn their jerseys. What are you doing, Bear fans? Now Caleb Williams, it looks like he's going to be the next on the list. You know what I mean? Do you think Jacobs is a step up from Jones? I would say more neutral. I think it's like we're not going to miss anything as far as like play on the field. Like I think leadership. Aaron Jones did a lot of that. Everyone loved him on the team. But I think Josh Jacobs, he was a leader in Las Vegas. So I think he'll be a good leader too. But like I feel like it's more neutral than anything. I love Aaron Jones. I think people will learn to love Josh Jacobs too. Sucks what it is. Seeing Aaron Jones in purple, yikes. You know what I mean? Steve says, I could see why all those guys are mad. The media's been saying how much the defense stunk last year and how much we've upgraded already. I'd be a little upset too if I was in her shoes. And that's the thing. Like if you don't agree with like I'm not in the best position to be successful, and then you go on you watch TV or whatever, go on Twitter or whatever, and everyone's like this defense sucks, this guy's trash. He's like, bro, I'm doing my job, I'm doing what they're telling me to do, but it's it's not making me look real good. So I get them speaking out on that. It is what it is, you know what I mean? And the team ain't going to speak back, which is good. Just let the players talk. If you start having GMs like crack back, maybe Goody going to get on Twitter. But yeah, I think that he absolutely has a right to be upset. I mean, I'm sure a lot of guys do. Rick said, everyone worried about Jones going to the Vikings and torching the Packers. I think he made a mistake signing there. Have no O-line. They're going to wear him out fast. I don't think it's a threat to the Packers for Aaron Jones going there because I think the Vikings suck. They don't have a quarterback and they're going to draft one or whatever. But I don't think it's really a bad thing for Aaron Jones, like personally, to like go there. The thing is like, haha, Clint Dix posted this on Twitter. He retweeted I think it was Aaron Jones like when he first left, and he said players are more comfortable with division teams because they know them. They know the coaches. They play them twice a year. They kind of know what they do. They know a lot about them. So it's easy to go to a division rival. It's not like to get back at the fans and like to do whatever. I think like Ha was saying is it's easy because it's comfortable. You know that. You know the players over there. You kind of know the coaches. You know the scheme a little bit. Like you're watching a film. You see them twice a year. So I think that is why players are so comfortable going over there. But and it probably spices things up a little bit. It really spices things up. All right, what's up, Steve? He says, by the way, love your Chicken for Life commercial. Takes guts to dance around with a chicken drumstick, especially at Lambeau. You know what's funny about that video I made? When I was dancing around with that chicken in my hand over by Vince Lombardi's statue, people were driving by honking. And it's because they're like, what's this guy doing? Why is he dancing around with a chicken in his hand by Vince Lombardi? It was fun, though. Zadarius Smith was bashing Packers when he left, but he went to Vikings and no at the bottom of the barrel with Browns. Now, yeah, Zadarius Smith didn't like when he was sent out. He was upset. He went to the Vikings. Really didn't work out. He was upset with them too. So I don't know. We'll see what that is. But yeah, I think he was upset with the Vikings and the Packers. Bears fans are delusional. That's the thing. Like people talk about the Packer fans are delusional, but Bear fans, dude, they're next level. They're even past the Vikings. Bears fans. I know a lot of Bear fans who are cool. But some Bear fans on social media are just like obnoxious. I mean, there's Packer fans that are too, and I'm probably one of them. Ken says a lot of players on D bit their youngest. I bet LaFleur kept the blinders on. Oh yeah, I definitely think because I like Matt LaFleur a lot, but I feel like when players are coming to you saying stuff, I think you got to. I mean, it seems like he wasn't listening as much as the players would have liked, but I think you have to at least listen them out, hear them out, and what they're saying. But I still love Matt LaFleur. I love this. Even the front office, people like trash front office. I do not. I ride with Goody. I feel like he built a good team here. This offense is going to be good. Add a new defensive coordinator. I mean, did they wait too long for that? Probably. But they got a nice free agent. We got ourselves a big time safety. I didn't even see that when I clicked on it. Here we go. Josh Jacobs has proven to be healthier and has better stats in 3 years than Jones in 5. The thing, I saw that Josh Jacobs, he was hurt too. Aaron Jones was obviously hurt. I don't think the Packers will miss a step at running back. And I love Aaron Jones, and it sucks that I would not have released him if I'm GM, but they did. And I'm excited with what Josh Jacobs is going to do. The thing is, like, people like, as much as people love Aaron Jones, it's like they don't want to accept Josh Jacobs as good too, because they're so mad that Aaron Jones is gone. But and then other people are like, screw Aaron Jones, we got Josh Jacobs. Like, you could just be like, hey, thanks, Aaron. Kind of sucks how it all went down, but now we got Josh Jacobs and we keep it moving. You know what I mean? All love to Aaron Jones. Vikings will either have a young learning quarterback next year or Sam Darnold. Jones went there for a prove-it year. What position are you most expected the Packers to improve in the draft? In the draft, I feel like it's going to be a lot about depth for the Packers. Yeah, the Vikings, they're a little bit away yet. And maybe Aaron Jones did. I don't know. It seems weird because Aaron Jones really wasn't on the market too long after he got released. Like, he went right to the Vikings. I don't know if that was set up or whatever, but I feel like he didn't go around the league, see if someone would give him more, somebody would give him a long-term deal or would. I'm not the long-term, because no one's going to give him, like, being a 30-year-old running back, they're not giving like a 4-year deal. But I'm surprised that it was so fast. But yeah, for Packers in this draft, I feel like they're going to be all over the place a little bit. I don't feel like we're going to have like last year where we had a bunch of guys rookies starting. That ain't going to happen. I had who did I have? I had now I'm forgetting his name. Westendorf on my show, Jacob Westendorf, yesterday. So he's a big draft guy. So if you want to go listen to that podcast or watch it's on YouTube, also on Facebook. He had some good thoughts on the draft. I'm not a big draft guy. I'm not real knowledgeable as I should be. So I'm not going to start saying, but I think a lot of what he said is they might be kind of all over the place. I think it's going to be a lot about building depth, offensive line, in different places. Like getting that next generation, even at running back, to see like what happens in the next couple of years. It's kind of how the Packers do. They draft, and develop. That's their whole deal. Rick says, gonna miss Bakhtiari's beer chugging. He was a beast chugging beer. Yeah, he was great for like that offseason, Bucks games and all that. I love Bakhtiari. Like on the field, obviously, like when he was playing and healthy, he was an absolute terror. He was a beast. But like just him as a person, he's entertaining. He seems like a cool guy. Like I would love to chug beers with David Bakhtiari. No, not saying I could keep up, but I'd have a good time trying. You know what I mean? James, what's up? We love you, Matt. Sorry for all the drinking typos. Hey, it happens, James. It happens to the best of us. I ain't drinking tonight, but I've been there. You know what I mean? You wake up the next day, like, see what you wrote. Like, woof, there we go. Packers are in a position to largely draft best available, which is nice. That's exactly it. They can draft best available. There's obviously, like, some positions where they either want depth or looking at the future. But I do think best available is, like, the best thing. When you're in position to not have to, like, we have to draft a safety or we have to draft a linebacker here. He's going to be our starter. And then you get there like, well, our favorite guy isn't here. So now we're kind of reaching, and you don't want that. So they can do best available. It'd be beautiful. Depth of O-line and a kicker. Yeah, depth of O-line is huge. If a guy goes down, not a lot there. As for kicker, I think they're going to have competition for sure. I don't know exactly what they think about Carlson, like what their honest views like behind closed doors. But if they trust him, they're going to give him a chance. But they're definitely got to bring someone in to compete with them. When you're playing big-time teams and big-time games, you need a big-time kicker. You need someone who you could trust. You need a kicker that you're not like, covering your eyes for, that you're, it was rough. But at the same time, sometimes dudes get in their head next season. Maybe he comes out and he has a great year. But I definitely would expect him to have some competition, make him prove it. And I don't know if they'll draft a kicker. I'm not sure about drafting kickers, honestly. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Haley is talking about more aggressive players being added to the team. I couldn't agree more. Our defense's tackling has been dismal at times. That's the thing with Haley. He kind of seems like that aggressive type of dude. People talking about Jair Alexander is going to really be highlighted. That scheme is going to really work for him. Linebackers and all that, I think, is going to be key. I like the aggressiveness. I like that they talk about press. Obviously, it's not going to be every down, but I want an aggressive defense coordinator. I want a defense that's going to punch people in the face, not literally. You know what I mean? Like that lion swag that they got with Campbell. Everyone's just out here like just mean mugging everyone. Like everyone, that's kind of like their thing is like, we'll punch everyone in the face, then go for it on fourth down and lose the game. But I digress. But I like the Haley hiring. It seems really good right now. They got to go out and play though. They got to do it. But it seems like a really, really good. Yeah, Halfley. What am I saying, Haley? I was copying him. Halfley. Yeah, we got it. You know what I mean? All those picks. That's a lot of trade stock. Can't wait for the draft. I could definitely see them trading draft picks too, one way or the other, to get more picks or to jump up a spot. But I can see them trying to get more picks. Like Goot is like an unexpected GM. I think all GMs are. But like, I feel like he's really like you really can't pinpoint like what this dude's gonna do. He can do anything. What's up, Steve? I like how players are saying they want to play in Green Bay because of Jordan Love. It reminds me of when Reggie White came to Green Bay and everyone wanted to play with him. Yeah, the whole Reggie White, when he came to Green Bay, everyone wanted him. I know at the beginning of free agency, like nobody really thought people wanted to come in Green Bay. And Green Bay sucked for like ever. Like they were just coming up. Obviously, they had Favre, they had Holmgren, they had all the things. But it was all like new. So that was a great thing. But yeah, it's nice. Jordan Love is starting to get that respect where guys want to play with him. The people around the league are starting to realize that Jordan Love is going to be the real deal. Jordan Love is going to be a superstar in the NFL. And guys want to come play. Like if people talked about like, oh, these free agents just came here because they wanted money. Well, yeah, but they can get money anywhere. You know what I mean? Like everyone's paying. And maybe when you get that top free agents, you have to overpay just a little bit. But when you have a team that they feel is primed to win a Super Bowl or at least have a chance for a championship and they're going to get their money, that's a bonus. But Jordan Love is a big part of that because they know Jordan Love's young quarterback. It's a young team. It's building. It's only going to get better. So why wouldn't you want to come and play in Green Bay? Plus, we got Quick Trip. You know what I mean? Wherever you from, you might not have a Quick Trip. Come to Green Bay. You know what I mean? What's up, Kevin? Which home games are you looking to go to this year? Home, Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota, Arizona, San Francisco, Houston, Indianapolis, New Orleans, and Miami. See, I was thinking either the Viking or Chicago game. I'll probably be at. I think that San Francisco game would be fun. I'm probably only going to go to like 2 or 3 games next year because I want to try to focus on like my live streams during the game. Those are really fun. So I'm going to do a lot of that. But right now, I think Chicago. I like going to a Bears game is really awesome. Like when I was young, I never really went to a lot of games, but like going to a Bear game, it's almost like a different vibe. Because we're already singing "Bears Still Suck" in a parking lot. It doesn't matter who we're playing, but then when it's the Bears, it's just so fun. And actually, I think Bears fans who come down to Lambeau Field, they're pretty cool. I've met a lot of them. They're pretty cool. Detroit, though, I think would be a fun one too. Detroit's coming up. I feel like Detroit and the Packers, they're going to be butting heads all the way to the end of the season for the NFC North. And I think the Packers are going to win the NFC North, but I think it's going to be close. Detroit, I wouldn't say Detroit's going to fall back a little bit, but I think that they're going to like stay level. I wonder if he's going to try to change his aggressiveness at times. I don't think he's going to. Campbell's an aggressive dude, but I expect Detroit to be a good team. I think really any of those, besides like Houston. Oh, yeah, Houston. Yeah, they got that young team too. I think that'd be fun. But I could just go to all of them. But I would assume Chicago, San Fran maybe, and then one other I'll go in there. But I'm going to be focusing a lot on live streams during the games. Those game day live streams are really fun. Here we go. What's up, Cody? Says Matt, Lambeau is an experience in itself. How can you explain it to fellow Packer fans who have never been? One thing I'll say about going to Lambeau Field as a Packer fan, it's like going to people. Like everyone kind of talks, even if you don't know them. You're like waiting in line for a beer or burger or whatever, and you just start talking about Packers with someone. And even like before the game tailgate, you can just like walk up on tailgate, say, "Hey, what's up, everyone?" And like everyone is just so cool. Like everyone's just so chill. It's so fun. It's like an experience. I've never been to a game outside of Lambeau Field, so I don't know what it's like going to other places. But I feel like Lambeau Field, like everyone just knows everyone, even if you don't. Like we do a tailgate. I wouldn't say we. I go to a tailgate over in Lot 1, and you see people, just random people walking up, other teams walk up, everyone just doing shot skis and doing whatnot. Lot 1, if you've never been to a game, you want to tailgate, walk through Lot 1 to see what's going on down there, because they do. It's insane. It's absolutely bananas over there. The truth is, they came to play on the team here in hopes of being a guest on the Matt Ramage show. Can I get an amen, Reverend? Yeah, can I get an amen? I did DM them. I DM'd them on Instagram. Like whenever I DM players all the time on Instagram, hey, want to come on my podcast? They don't always answer. They don't always see it either. But even if they did see it, they probably pretend like they didn't. But yeah, I think it's cool that I had the players I had. But like I was hitting them up. Josh Jacobs, you know, a lot of players this offseason I hit up. You know, not all the players want to do podcasts, and if they do, they don't want to do mine. You know what I mean? James says, do you think when the running backs got together last year, gripping over being underpaid position caused all the running back jumping ships in free agency? I don't know, maybe. Yeah, the running back position has been weird like the last, you know, however many years, where like it used to be like, well, they're just paying running backs, but now like nobody wants to pay a running back. And I get it, because they figure that they can just draft a guy, like there's guys that can do it. But yeah, the running back position is so weird within the last 10 years, like 10 years ago to now. It's so weird how free agency and like how they've been paid and all that. Here we go. Miami in late December will be fun. Christmas Day, I believe. Yeah, dude, Miami will be, like, if that's especially a December game, Christmas Day would be bananas. I would like to see that game. I don't know, though. I don't think I'd go to a Christmas Day game because I kind of hang out with my family and all whatnot. But that would be crazy to be at Lambeau Field on Christmas Day, especially Miami, you know, at warm weather. Here we go. We got ourselves a Bear fan checking in. What's up, Richard? He's, I love your live shows. I don't have to go to ESPN. You give me all the news when you go live about the Packers. Keep up the good work. Bear down. I appreciate you, Richard. You do a great job, too. You know, representing your team the right way, talking out trash, you know what I mean? I respect it. But tomorrow night, Jimmy Christensen will be joining me. He is, you know, people seem to like him. I think he's a good dude. He's an eccentric dude, you know what I mean? But he's a good Packer fan. Here we go. May 11th is when the schedule is released. All right, there we go. Then we'll know for sure, like, the dates and whatnot. But, yeah, I wonder if the Packers will have a Thanksgiving game, because we got that shirt, you know. Fox owes Jordan Love a leg. You know what I mean? I hope they get a Thanksgiving game. It'd be nice to play Detroit on Thanksgiving again and beat them down. You know what I mean? But I think I'm going to wrap this thing. I ain't going to go too long. Tune in tomorrow. Jimmy Christensen will be here. And every Monday through Thursday, live, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I will think of more fun ways. Sometimes just chit-chat with you like this. This is fun, too. Just hammer out the comments, and I'll get that voicemail thing set up. Well, I already have it set up, but I didn't post about taking calls. But eventually, I want to do calls every week. So if something pops in your head, like I want to call in, you call in. And I'll use it like whenever I do the next call-in show. I want to get a bunch of call-ins so that it's easier to just pop through them. You know what I mean? Have a whole bunch. But you can just leave a message on the voicemail. It's 920-328-5103. But anytime you have a thought, you know what I mean? The call-in shows are fun because I think it's way more fun to hear from you than to have everyone hear from me. You know what I mean? I think it makes it a lot more fun. Much love, buddy. All right, we are going to wrap this thing up. Go Pack, go people. I appreciate you. You can check out thematramage.com to find my merch and to find all the places on my podcast, different social medias like YouTube and all that stuff. But thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Go Pack, go. We are out of here once I hit this button, and then it kind of lags